Good evening, Overwatch fans. This is Bang on My Drums here to bring you another exciting live installment of the PMAOWL Alpha Overwatch League. This is match number 4 of week number 7 of season 11 of our beautiful gaming competitive association that we have formed here. And we are very excited to bring you tonight's contest. Spicy Boys facing down Rock'em Sock'em Possums. Spicy Boys around the middle of the standings last I checked, and Rock'em Sock'em towards the bottom, so they'll be looking to get themselves a W tonight, try and cement a better spot for themselves in the upcoming playoff seeding. And don't forget, folks, it's September, so subscribe to PMAOWL Alpha Overwatch League. We are half off, and we still get all the proceeds. So you pay less, and we get exactly the same thing, which is money to keep this beautiful league going, because our heckin' awesome art and logos do not design themselves. That being said, the first map has already been chosen. It will be Nepal to start off tonight's contests. Spicy Boys have already got their lineup set with the classic Ominous Iron Brew on tank, Reckless and Heroic. Reckless and Fox M on Heroic and Fox M on DPS, Reckless and Viceroy Griff on support. On the side of Rock'em Sock'em Possums, it's gonna be that Dan guy, Sam Dwam on the tanks, Magnar and Bad Swamp Daddy on DPS, and Arrow and Colored rounding out the supports. So that will be tonight's lineups for you. And this is going to be a very exciting battle we see here tonight. Currently, second place team versus the fifth place team. So lots to look forward to. Just waiting for the R's from the captains in chat. And I'd also like to welcome into the booth with me tonight the league's resident meme lord, Biggie Twig, and on cams, the esteemed Mr. Gray Pilgrim. Thanks for joining me, fellas.
Yeah, it's good to be here, man.
What are you looking forward to most about tonight's match?
I'm really looking forward to some memes, some dreams, and everything in between.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm leaning more towards Spicy Boys to take the W tonight. But I feel like Possums can definitely put together one heck of a opposition. I just feel like they just need to establish themselves very early, get in the mindset of like, hey, let's go, we can do this, and I feel like they might put up a good shot.
Yeah, they've definitely got some sleeper picks on their team. Sam Dwam, perhaps one of the most underrated tank players in the league. I think if they can really leverage their front line this evening, especially with that Dan guy having so much fun on the Roadhog, I think that's going to do them a lot of good. And we're just waiting on some minor technical difficulties. Fox M of the Spicy Boys with an unfortunate keyboard and water incident. If we can get some F's in chat for Fox's keyboard, it'd be much appreciated. He needs them right now. He needs your respect to be paid for his poor keyboard.
We got both R's.
We do have both R's, and with that, we are underway. Map number 1. And it looks like we will be starting off at Shrine. So, knowing Spicy Boys and knowing Iron Brew, we're going to be seeing Ball Hog here. It's the hog and ball torture is the meta right now. And in my opinion, you hate to see it, but it's what's happening. And I can be very confident in saying that that's exactly what we're going to see from Spicy Boys. Now, as far as Rock'em Sock'em Possums go, okay, it looks like we've got the Rhine Hog. So I was right, Dan. We're going to see Hog on both sides tonight.
I would be a little surprised to see Sam Dwam on anything but a tank that has a shield. So I feel like they're definitely going to need to play around their Reinhardt if they want this to succeed. And
they're running May Symmetra on the side of Rock'em Sock'em Possums. So they are looking for just maximum cheese and spam. Whereas Omnilus and Iron Brew running the Ball Hog. We've got an Ashe and a Doomfist. No surprise there from Heroic and Fox M, non-respectively. Reckless on the Ana, Viceroy Griff on the Mercy. They're basically going for straight meta right now here on the side of Spicy Boys. But Rock'em Sock'em Possums. Oh, the hook gets blocked early there by Sam Dwam. Omnilus with not much value coming out of that. Iron Brew getting frozen and antied. Reckless will take down Colored, but Colored will help take down Iron Brew. So we see both Anas with their nades out, but Arrow going down as well. So there are no healers for Rock'em Sock'em Possums, but they do have a bit of a numbers advantage here. Oh, no, they don't, as Sam Dwam goes down. Baz Swamp Daddy gets taken out by Fox M. Tide suddenly turned here with Omnilus getting some picks in. and it looks like first take is going to go to Spicy Boiz here. That was a bit of a surprise. It really looked like RSP had the upper hand there for a second.
It did. I would have to say, but it's just, you know, losing your healers like that just enables anybody just to kind of push W, and especially the type of comp that Spicy Boiz is running. It's definitely a like chaotic. Hey, let's get up in your face.
We see right now Bad Swamp Daddy trying to make use of the Sombra instead of the Symmetra. Amazing manage.
Oh no!
Oh, down goes Arrow. That is a big sad. We see Sam DeWam's in trouble down below here, underneath the what is the Spicy Boiz left side of point. Omnilus does get taken out by that Dan guy, but down goes Colored once again. So RSP without any healers and with their DPS gone, or half their DPS gone, they are going to have to just back out and try again another day.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you saw that, but down at the bottom, we had the May run by our lovely Magnar down there. He was kind of 1v1ing the Hog. So like I said, like if Rock'em Sock'em Possums need to like be able to pull this together and move as a unit if they really want to succeed.
And here comes a Blizzard from Magnar. It's going to go straight onto point. It's going to force Spicy Boiz off a point. Down goes Omnilus. That Den guy pulls out the whole Hog. Reckless did get a nice nade there on a couple. Heroic takes out Arrow. Magnar goes down to Fox M's Bob, which has come into the fight here. Fox M takes out Sam DeWam. There is the EMP from Bad Swamp Daddy. Probably not the best time for that, as most of his team was already dead. And down goes that Dan guy. And that is going to be a hold there for Spicy Boiz.
Okay.
RSP's got 2 ults online. Be interesting to see what they're able to do with these here. Because they'll have Shatter any moment, and they've got Trans. That's about all they've got going for them. And here comes Trans to push. Viceroy Griff goes down early to Magnar. Reckless down. That is both of Spicy Boiz supports. We see Ironbrew trying to get out. He does not. Magnar will finish off Fox M with a well-placed Dynamite. And now it's just Omnilus on point trying to stall, but Arrow will help finish him off, aided by his lovely tank line there. And ooh, Bad Swamp Daddy coming in on the Tracer now gets the extra pick there on Heroic. That's going to be a very important stagger and forces Spicy Boiz to wait even longer now before they can get back onto point here. And in the meantime, Magnar's going to take some little pot shots there, have that Widow duel between him and Fox M. See, they're about even in ult charts. Be curious to see who gets Bob first. Now we see Spicy Boiz coming back around up on the right side of Spicy Boiz, right side of Possums, excuse me. And they are kind of posturing here, not really making any moves just yet. Looks like they're trying to get themselves set up. Oh, Fox M goes down early. That grab was huge, and then Viceroy Griff has to use the res. The Shatter comes out from Sam DeWam and kills Ironbrew instantly. Omnilus goes down, but so does Colored. RSP is down to support, but Reckless is out of the fight. So is Fox M. Bad Swamp Daddy did get taken out there, but RSP will hold on. What a play there by Rock'em Sock'em to hang on to the point. Here we go. Looks like Spicy Boiz they're just gonna keep running the same thing. They've got a couple ults coming up, and Biggie, what do you think is really gonna be RSP's key to sort of keeping things steady here and winning this
definitely
map?
early picks. Yeah, like that.
There you go. Magnar getting a nice little shot there on Omnilus. That's a big pick too.
If it's gonna come down to a brawl down, my money's gonna be on Spicy Boiz. So they,
And here comes the Bob.
Need this.
And here comes the Transcendence from Arrow, keeping his team alive. The Bob gets actually taken out completely by that Dan guy. Oh, down goes Ironbrew again early in the fight. That's a big one. The res does get off from there from Viceroy Griff. Sam DeWam charging his way back up to the top of point so he can be on point there. Bad Swamp Daddy does get taken out by Heroic, who's flying around in the back line of Rock'em Sock'em Possums. Virtually uncontested here. He does now head back to the front. He goes down to Sam DeWam, who's swinging just as hard as he could. The coalescence coming up from Colored was huge. Oh no, and down goes Colored and Magnar to Fox M. But now down goes Ironbrew, so I guess that guy finally turned around.
Yo!
Big shatter from Sam DeWam, and he gets the follow-up with the Fire Strike. And that's round 1. What a comeback play from Rock'em Sock'em Possums, folks.
Not gonna lie, that was looking a little scary there.
It was looking scary, but Rock'em Sock'em, they turned it around. They focused, just like you said. They got early picks. They forced Spicy Boiz to slow down, and they made it work.
Fox McCumulus is raiding with a party of 4 raiders. Hello, memers. Welcome to the PMAOWL Overwatch League.
Greetings, fellows. Good to have you here. Fox Cumulus, of course, with his classic Fox emote in the chat. Big props, my dude. So here we go, Village. The comps don't look very different, which is a bit surprising to me. As a Junkrat main, I fully expect someone to run Junkrat on this map because he's so good for it. That being said, seeing Bad Swamp Daddy stick on the Tracer is definitely the right move here because he has so many places to hide. He can just zip around and cause a lot of trouble for Spicy Boiz, who are going the top route, whereas Rock'em Sock'em Possums went underneath and straight to point. See, Iron Brew rolled through them, so now he's got that scouting out for his team, as Heroic is standing above them on top of the point, trying to kind of scout out somebody to punch. And right now, RSP sitting on point, doing a good job of just standing there, forcing Spicy Boiz to come to them. Bad Swamp Daddy gets taken out early, but down goes Omnilus as he got the pick there. And Heroic, he gets some punches in, but he is going to have to get out as he has nobody to help him right now. And he punches back in. Samuel charges him directly off the point. Magnar finishing him off with the shots. And now Sanduam is on fire, and he is out of range of his team, so he's got to back up. But RSP managing to hang on right now.
Yo, don't.
And FoxM, wow, once again getting taken out by Magnar, and there's the res. Viceroy Griff having to use that one up early.
See, this is the Rock'em Sock'em Possums I like to see.
They are truly rocking and/or socking. Magnar popping off this evening in the kill feed. Bad Swamp Daddy just got domed there by FoxM though, so RSP got to play it safe. Watch out for the Dynamite. Iron Brew's going to come in. He does roll through. The Dynamite gets a couple. It's mostly the healers, but it looks like they are going to survive. So good job there of them keeping each other alive, keeping each other healed. See, another Dynamite comes in. RSP moves off point a little bit. Ooh, Magnar getting taken out by Heroic there. That's going to be a big pick. But Spicy Boiz still not really moving in. Okay, now they're coming in here. Omnilus now on the Reinhardt, looking to match Samdoam's Reinhardt. The Pulse Bomb gets no one. The bomb comes to point. Omnilus charges in, pushing Samdoam off of point. The slam is there. Colored finishing off Omnilus with the Coalescence. And Samdoam just holding shield, letting Bob just shoot it, soak up all that damage. Bad Swamp Daddy once again getting taken out here, but Magnar gets a bomb of his own. FoxM goes down. Heroic gets finished off by that Dan guy. Iron Brew gets one, but then his own life is taken. And Rock'em Sock'em Possums will hang on with 85% progress to go.
Yeah,
already down.
I think the main problem here is I feel like Spicy Boiz, they're just sleeping on Magnar and Samdoam tonight.
They absolutely are. They are not. You can see Omnilus only just now decided to swap to that Reinhardt. They're taking the duel. And down goes FoxM early by Bad Swamp Daddy. That is a big pick this late in the fight. The Grav gets 3. Bad Swamp Daddy just hammering it with damage along with Colored. And that's going to do it here. And Rock'em Sock'em Possums win map number 1. What a contest, folks. We have ourselves a match tonight. Do not count these guys out. And tonight's first play of the game, that beautiful golden gun of Magnar. Let's see what happened. Oh, there, big pick on Reckless, and then the Bob OP, as they say.
You know, Bob's busted, dude. He doesn't miss.
He does not miss. As somebody else I know said it, it's a F tier movement and SS plus tier aim. So with that, we will head back to the lobby and find out what the next map will be. I believe I gotta double check what our wonderful games manager FoxM said regarding the map order this week. But I believe that a payload-ish type map is next. I could be wrong. I really should have looked this up ahead of time.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Indeed. But hey, that's what having the Discord chat open in another window is for.
You right. And as we're figuring out this map,
it will be Escort next week. The Escort next, excuse me, next map.
It's like next week.
Yeah, I don't know why I said next week.
One map a week.
I don't know. Leave me alone. Oh man, these seasons would be so much longer. Sushi Foof yelling at me. It's an overlay, bro. Like, no, I'm not staring at Twitch chat 24/7, Hunter. Now, what are the options? See, that's the question that I don't know, and I really should know.
Oh God.
I'm still not sure. So I'm just going to assume that the captains know.
Assault is 4th. Escort.
And now no one knows what map to play next. This is always fun. Hello, everyone. Welcome to PMAOWL, where nothing's organized and the points don't matter. Oh, never mind. Week 7, all maps are available, and it is in fact 2CP next. Oh wait, no, it's not. It is Escort next. I was right. Haha! Because FoxM changed it. So Escort is next. And any map is available this week. So that means the Spicy Boys get to flavor us with their next pick. Up, Junkertown. I literally should have just assumed that was what's going to happen. I'm forgetting who's in this game tonight. Like, that's literally Iron Brew's favorite map, to literally nobody's surprise. And then I remembered, it's like, oh, that's right, that's the one he picks every time when we play Pugs.
Yeah, dude.
It's just, yeah, hey Dylan, what you want to play? Jokertown.
It's just nice and wide open just for him to roll around his ball.
Slap people with it occasionally.
Slapping.
Big slapping.
Yo, can we ban Hunter from chat? He's being mean.
I don't have the power to do that. You'll have to reach out to somebody who's a mod to do that. I think we can put him in timeout. That could be funny. If somebody wants to redeem their brew bucks.
Okay, okay, time some... oh, I don't have enough brew bucks.
I do. I just don't know how to do it. Oh, I figured it out. Oh, apparently Hunter is a mod. My bad. But hey, I timed out Hunter. There we go. And in the meantime, we wait for Possums to determine if they're going to have any subs here. They do have Triage on the bench right now, so we might see him jump in on support, maybe swapping in for Color. And other than that, you know, I would imagine that the lineups probably will stay pretty much the same. Because, yeah, with Reckless and Viceroy, those are basically the two best healers for Spicy Boys. And then you've Ominous and Iron Brew in their roles, Foxum and Heroic in your roles. I don't really see any of that changing. And we've got the R's from both captains now, so we are back.
I want to play.
And here we are. It's Junkertown. Everyone's favorite junkie map. So, honestly, I kind of expect Spicy Boys to go back to the ball hog here. Especially when they're on attack. Just because, like we said, it's Iron Brew's favorite map. There's lots of open space. I can just... Oh, and yes, Jabo, that is correct.
Billy,
Dorado is
no.
all Spicy Boys, but his availability hasn't been so great, so unfortunately he is not here. So, it's their two best healers that they have available to them, sadly. Hello, Eldorado. We miss you. We miss you, friend. Big sad from Jabo. F's in chat for Eldorado. We just want him to be here, showing us his Baptiste. We miss him dearly. All right, so looking at the setup from Rock'em Sock'em Possums, they're going to go for a quasi-pirate ship here with the Magnar Bastion. And Spicy Boys are going to go Rhinezar because they are expecting something similar from RSP, and they will be wrong. And here we go. The thing starts. We've got Orisa Sigma. Now Orisa did get they did undo the nerf on her recently, if I'm not mistaken, with the halt. But she's still kind of nerfed otherwise with the shield.
Very patient rotation.
Oh man. Magnar getting taken out. Wow, Foxem gets taken down by Bad Swamp Daddy, but Heroic and Omnilus just kind of popped off there, taking on most of Rock'em Sock'em, and nobody is going to get out of that alive. Yeah, Bad Swamp Daddy included.
It's just the classic, you know, kind of jump on the Bastion and then he'll die.
And then the whole comp falls apart, and that's what we saw. Heroic jumped out there with the turret and threw it basically just in the middle of Rock'em Sock'em Possums, and just nobody looked at it. And unfortunately, by the time they did look at it, it was too late. But now the turret's back up, and it's in more
Billy,
of a corner.
no!
Magnar, oh no, Iron Brew takes out Magnar with some serious help there from Omnilus, who charged him down. Samduam also getting taken out. That Dan guy is just going to fight for his life here, and he will not last long. So the healers of RSP are going to get right on out of this one. As Bad Swamp Daddy's still on the Widow, I kind of want him to swap. I think they just need something with more frontline with the kind of tanks that they have. Especially now that they're running the Ryan Zarya. Like, I want him to go back on the Tracer, because I feel like you get more value. Oh, and he swaps to Echo. Could also be very useful. Oh no, but the Shatter from Omnilus from behind, he gets 2. Iron Brew's getting a 3rd. Foxem and Iron Brew following up for more kills. It's Bad Swamp Daddy, he goes down. Ooh, the boop finishes off Sam Dewam. You hate to see it, man. So, Spicy Boiz not going to take this one lying down. As a matter of fact, they will be sitting up on cart, waiting for RSP to come get them. And here we go. Sam Dewam jumping in once again, a bit more cautious this time, using a lot of shield. And here comes the grab from Iron Brew, followed by the Dragons. That Dan guy, Sam Dewam, both going down to the grab Dragon combo. And RSP is going to bail on out. Bad Swamp Daddy now on the Pharah. He gets sucked to death by Viceroy Griff. That is a tough one.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
We haven't. Spicy Boiz is running a really good ultimate rotation right now. Even if Rock'em Sock'em can get together and push together, is when I feel like they're just gonna have a tough time making some progress with how well they are rotating their ults.
Absolutely. We've seen some very solid discipline there from Spicy Boiz. Omnilus goes off the point with Arrow. After he kills him, Sam Dewam goes down. And then the Coalescence from Viceroy Griff. Foxem's going to help to clean that up. And down goes Colored once again. So they did draw out several ults there from Spicy Boiz, but they still have 3 online.
They drew out 1.
Oh yeah, that was it? I thought they dropped more than that somehow.
Just 1.
They just Coalescence and that was it.
Yep.
Oh wow. So they've got 3 more online. Spicy Boiz, Rock'em Sock'em has nothing. Quad Shatter, followed by the Molten Core. The Molten Coom gets 1. The turret gets another. Sam Dewam gets takes off on the side of the point and takes out Heroic with him. Iron Brew's gonna take color out of the fight towards the end there. 30 seconds to go. Spicy Boiz do have a man advantage for a few seconds. If they can take advantage of it and move quickly. See Arrow now on the Baptiste. So getting the double main heals out here. And here comes the Dragon Strike from Magnar early to create some space, and they are able to push the cart a little bit further forward. Reckless goes down. Heroic does take out Arrow. Fox M goes down to Magnar, who wins the Hanzo duel. Arrow going. They are missing their Baptiste though, and that Heroic is still jumping around as Doomfist there in the back line. And here comes a Grav, which popped inside the spawn area there. Grav comes out. Sam Dewam got 2 with the Fire Strike into the Grav. It looks like Fox M's Dragon Strike not able to get anyone here, as Rock'em Sock'em Possums will hold extremely aggressively to try and get that cart all the way forward as quickly as they can, as they are out of time, and they will make it. Payload has reached the checkpoint, and Reckless gets staggered by Magnar. What a beautiful headshot, folks. And here comes, and the fight continues. The Immortality Field coming up early here from Arrow. Trying to get his team more push, and they do. That cart is actually far behind his team, but Sam Dewam and company are pushed way up, and they are getting some serious picks out of it. Colored just pushing the cart there in the background with his little grandma legs. What a serious turnaround there for RSP. I've got to hand it to them. They really they pulled it out like they needed to. So Biggie Twig, what do you think we're going to be seeing here? We see the ults are about even on charge here. See Magnar and Bad Swamp Daddy with theirs, but Iron Brew's got his grab, and Omnilus is pretty close to Shatter. Viceroy's almost got his Coalescence. Could go either way. Oh, here comes the grab. Bad Swamp Daddy pops the Death Blossom though. He gets 2, gets taken out by Heroic. Here comes a Shatter from Omnilus. He also gets 2, and Spicy Boiz are there to clean up. The Dragon Strike from Magnar does get Heroic off the point. Omnilus gets taken down by Arrow. but it's just him by himself there, and it's not going to be enough.
I think the
Well, a
speed
solid
of the
push there.
Lucio is just allowing them to rotate a little too fast for Possums to really deal with.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if they might swap Arrow or Colored onto the Lucio just to have that additional mobility, especially now that they're both running Ryan Zarya. And right now, Bad Swamp Daddy just getting some hellos in there, saying hi, being friendly greetings to his brothers on the other team, like you do. See, meanwhile, Rock'em Sock and Possums sneaking around, getting a very long rotation, but Fox M is well aware and sends a Dragon Strike right through where they were going. Heroic will take out Sam Duam early. Down goes Magnar inside this tiny room. And Iron Brew and Fox M just cleaning up. The Immortality Field goes down. Bad Swamp Daddy is out of the fight. And there are just 30 seconds to go. RSP has got one last chance, but Colored is getting a little in danger there as Reckless was chasing him down. Oh, and he gets charged but not killed. The bubble comes out from Iron Brew to save his life. And here comes the Nano onto Sam Duam. He's going to charge right in. And here comes the Amp Matrix behind, trying to get a little extra damage coming in. There's a Coalescence for Viceroy Griff. The Shatter is blocked by Sam Duam. Omnilus does get Magnar, and then Sam Duam with the Shatter of his own. He gets 3, but down he goes. Viceroy Griff and Omnilus turning around. The Grav catches that dead guy out front. It's just it's both the healers and one of the DPS. Another Molten Core coming out from Heroic. Bad Swamp Daddy goes down. He did take one with him, but it is not going to be enough. And that will be the end of round 1.
That beat was huge by Reckless. He like hit the ground and it was able to go out like just right before the Shatter hit him and everybody else. It's the Lucio, it's the Frog Boy, dude.
His DJ beats saved his team from utter annihilation. All right, so
Beat
the
was
RSP
lucky and J-Bo is stinky.
I mean, you know what, J-Bo? Sometimes it's it's 99% perspiration and 1% screw it, I'm gonna hit Q.
99.
99 problems. 100% concentrated power of will. Which one? What are we going for here?
No hammer kills.
That is true, Nick. We have not seen any hammer kills.
I guess
Heroic,
they're
I'm
just
gonna
not.
ask you to. Oh no, he switched off the Torbjorn. We won't see any hammer kills tonight. Unfortunate. Big unfortunate. Well, to his defense, they were definitely putting on their try hard pants there. So hammer kills are more for when you're not trying that hard, if you ask me. All right, and here we go. We see a double hit scan, or at least a double ranged shot coming out from RSP. They've got Magnar on the Ashe again, and Bad Swamp Daddy on the Hanzo, with Colored on the Mercy to give that damage boost to the Ashe. And we've got a Risa Sigma again for the tanks, and then looks like Spicy Boys are going to run Hanzo Reaper with a little Moira Lucio action, and the Ryan Zar.
The Sam Duam's positioning here is kind of okay. There we go. Well,
it was a little suspect, to say the least.
Yeah, a little sus.
Oh no. Fox M getting that early headshot on Magnar. Magnar will get rezzed, so that's pretty important use of that. The cart did stop for a second here as the fight takes itself down to low ground. Omnilus goes down, but Arrow will get taken out by Iron Brew, and then Fox M finishes off Magnar. Sorry, Arrow and Bad Swamp Daddy got taken out there too. So that is all the DPS for RSP, and ooh, down goes Sam Duam. Colored is by himself, and yep, there he goes. And here we have it. The Torbjorn is back from Heroic. If it ain't broke, fix it. Because you're Torbjorn, and you have a hammer, and you fix
Fix
it.
it, Felix. I just don't like this Orisa Sig comp coming out of Possums. Because all they have to do, Reckless just has to push speed, right? And then they just kind of walk past the shields, and then everyone else dies.
Yeah, I really am surprised they're not just running the Ryan Zarya back into them right now. I mean, they were doing very well on it on Nepal. And I really see no reason to not, keep a good thing going, to say the least. But they do still have some time. There's a decent amount of push in this Streets phase, and that big U-turn corner that they have to make here is not an easy one to get around. Speaking of which, Bad Swamp Daddy getting a nice early pick there on Fox M. Magnar in the back line takes out Heroic's turret, and we see Sam Duam trying to get a nice little suck going on there. The dynamite comes out. One is burning. Sam Duam gets the Gravitic Flux, gets 2. Does not get any kills off it, though, as Lucio able to pop the heals in the corner there. In comes the Dragon Strike. Reckless will eventually get taken out by that. A lot of people still stuck in that corner. Omnilus is by himself. He takes out Sam to Wham and Magnar, and there's the shatter. And that Dan guy will get caught in it. Bad Swamp Daddy takes out Omnilus, but then Fox Sam will finish off Bad Swamp Daddy with the respond arrow. The Ant Matrix comes out. That Dan guy is shooting through it to the best of his ability, and it is just not enough. He's trying to get some help there from Colored, who throws the Mercy ult. The Grav gets no one as arrow gets finished off anyway. Payload is still being contested by Colored, but not for long. Rock'em Sock'em Possums have a couple of seconds to try and make it here. And somebody has got to touch, like right now. Magnar makes it for a split second, but it's not enough. And there you have it, Spicy Boiz winning map number 2.
1-1, my guy.
There you have it, 1-1, all tied up. A huge grab from Iron Brew, absolutely shoosh. And Heroic with tonight's next play of the game. Oh yes, the Molten Core in the corner. No escape routes.
Oh no.
Charged off the map. That is one of the best pot Gs I've seen all season. And that includes my own. I'm willing to say it. Alright, so now we swap the teams. And we go to map number 3. And if I am not mistaken, because I haven't been mistaken before or anything,
Hybrid.
we will now do hybrid, yes. And I'm just really hoping to not see King's Row. Like everybody picks it, it's boring. I mean, it's a great map, I agree, but come on, I want some variety.
Listen, man. If there's not set rules, everybody's just gonna pick it.
I mean, yeah, you're right. So between Blizzard, Hollywood, Eichenwald, Kings Row, or Numbani, we've got quite a lot of choices.
No, I could see them picking Numbani. But that's only because Sam says every map's a monkey map, especially that one.
Yeah, I mean, Numbani's a map that people have been generally afraid of this season. Like, not just on our team. Let me see here. Oh, Jabo in the chat
Hottest
saying...
pick in the world. Jabo's
stinky.
Yeah, someone time out Jabo.
I already used my timeout and I don't have enough brew bucks.
Gotcha. Can I give you my brew bucks?
I don't know. I don't know how brew bucks work. Jabo's like, I got you. He timed himself out. What a Chad. Up and Fire Chicken will choose Hollywood for tonight's next map. A map on which
Hunter, you don't play games with us. You don't get to talk.
I have had a lot of fun on this season. Mostly because I've been playing Junkrat on that map.
Chunky. Yo, this is where you got your big tires, dude.
I mean, yes, that is accurate. I got some big tires on this map earlier in the season.
You know, now that Jabo timed himself out, I kind of miss him.
Jabo lost his roll in No Mercy. I don't know what that was, but
should have been a daddy.
Suck, my dude. All right, and let me see here. Heroic saying Hollywood is a bad map, maybe for Doomfist, not for Junkrat, or Widow for that matter. And it should be interesting to see how things go here. All right, and it looks like oh, we've got Sandwich 14 is now in the chat, so we're gonna have some people moving around. We're gonna have that Dan guy moving to the bench. Sandwich 14 is gonna come in on DPS, swapping out Magnar. We're gonna see Colored go to tank, and Dan guy will be, like I said, on the bench. Not Dan guy, excuse me. No, I did say Dan guy on the bench. And then Triage is going to come in on support with Arrow. So a couple of change-ups here on the lineup for Possums.
Is this tier 2 Overwatch? This is tier 6 Overwatch, my guy. Catch up.
I don't even know what the different tiers are. So yes, this is. I've decided it is. You're welcome.
Good job, Jonah.
I mean, if I knew what I was talking about, why would I say it so? Why wouldn't I say it so defiantly? Oh, and hey, look at it. Wild Beast says it's their type. Good for you, Wild Beast. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. High fives in the chat. Just waiting on the Possums to give me the ready signal. And then we will proceed to Holly Weird.
Holy weird.
And now, mind you, now that Sandwich 14 is on DPS, I could see him running the Junkrat. I feel like he does it more often than Magnar does. I think Magnar doesn't play that hero as much. Whereas I know I've seen Sandwich play it quite a lot, and I could definitely see him playing it here. This first point especially is very good for Junkrat. You have all these walls to bounce the grenades off of, even with their slightly lower damage. Just having all that spam takes up a lot of space and can be really annoying when you've got shield tanks trying to push through. But who knows? They might not. Not everyone likes Junkrat like me. And they didn't.
It's going with Soldier.
Yep, he's going with Legs, which also not a bad pick on this map at all. And Legs, underrated in general, Hunter will tell you. And yes, Shushifu, I know Magnar plays Junkrat, but I always get the impression he plays it begrudgingly, and not because he actually likes Junkrat. And I may be wrong about that, but meh, we'll see. So here we go. Rock'em Sock'em with the Torbjorn now on their side of things. We've got a Rhine Diva from Samduam and Charles, a.k.a. Colored. And then the Moira Bap, solid heal lineup right there. And then Omnilus and Ironbrew going to keep the Rhine Czar. Fox M on the Reaper this time, and Heroic on the Sombra. And then once again, Reckless on that Lucio. So the speed advantage, again, is going to go to Spicy Boiz from the start, just by the fact that they have that Lucio. You see trading Fire Strikes right now, and Spicy Boiz are going to go for the long rotation around the backside of the point, around the little house building, office building here. And the Rhine Shield for Omnilus goes down, so now he's got to retreat even further back, and Rock'em Sock'em is going to rotate right around to meet him. Heroic still invisible, kind of floating around here, trying to get himself a pick. Right now, the Reaper and Diva having a duel over in the cafe. And here comes the Torbjorn just plugging away. Samduam will be the first pick to go down here. Colored gets demech'd. Arrow gets charged off of points. That Bad Swamp Daddy does get one. But Omnilus and Ironbrew just cleaning up here. Triage is off point, and he was the only one left. So with that first push, Spicy Boiz will take it. And there goes the Baby Diva. Almost forgot about Colored.
So Lucio, dude.
I don't think it's even necessarily the Lucio. Just the fact that RSP didn't sustain the way that Spicy Boiz did, because there was a lot of damage going around for the first little part of that fight.
Oh
no! Omnilus getting hammered out of his ult.
He was getting greedy, dude.
He got very greedy, and Fox M and Omnilus will pay the price for that greed. And meanwhile, Heroic getting swatted at now. Samduam, now he's getting a little bit greedy here. He should definitely back up, and he does. Colored in there with the DM to help him out. The turret is out there for Swamp Daddy. And now RSP just going to wait around that first corner. The Am Matrix is out. The Fire Strike goes through, and down goes Reckless. That's a big pick there with Ironbrew going down to Bad Swamp Daddy as well. And we see now the Rhine battle happening between Samduam and Omnilus. Colored is there to help, though, and the Immortality Field comes out. Not sure if I like the use of that, but hey, it works.
Charles gonna eat this Grav?
I mean, we've got to have at least one eaten ult by Charles, and Grav is pretty much the only one on the side of Spicy Boiz he can eat. Honestly, if he doesn't, I'll be disappointed. Oh, but here, never mind. So much for eating that Grav, because that EMP was massive, and it set up everyone to just get huge picks. Samduam trying to hold on with some help from Sandwich 14. And Sandwich, still alive, gets another pick there on Heroic before he goes down. But they've got the long spawn, so that stagger may not have been the most effective use of his time. But honestly, that EMP from Heroic won them that fight, hands down. I'm going to say it. And here comes the Coalescence. Samduam coming from behind with the Earth Shatter. The Death Blossom comes up from Foxam and gets no one. Arrow getting 2 picks, a third there now on Iron Brew. Bad Swamp Daddy helping to clean up against Viceroy Griff, and Heroic thinking he was invisible, but he was not. And and Colored will take him out of this fight.
Sam the Wham taking a page out of Omnilus's book and just going for the flank shatter.
It is a dirty play in the best way, and I love to see it. Yep, Iron Brew's mad. He is going to ball. He's going to swing around these movie sets and slap some people with it. And and here comes the shatter from Omnilus. That was a pretty big one. And the beat comes out from Reckless now, keeping his team in the fight. The Immortality Field is out, but it's not going to get anyone because all of Spicy Boys are in front of it instead of behind it, or vice versa. And Heroic Fox M just cleaning up right now as Arrow and Samdoam trying to survive. Down goes Triage. The ball is there fighting with Arrow and Samdoam. Samdoam is just trapped in the jail right now, and he is not going to last long. But Omnilus goes down with some help from Sandwich 14. Samdoam, unfortunately, not able to survive. Once again, a time when you really would have been better off to regroup, and people are just kind of diving in there on the part of RSP. And here it comes. We've got, looks like Spicy Boys are going to get second point here. Samdoam is on point trying to stall. Here, Bad Swamp Daddy comes out with a turret. The shatter from Samdoam, it gets 2. Iron Brew goes down with some help from the Fire Strike and the turret. The attack visor is out from Sandwich 14, and Omnilus is just going to hold his shield up, so a zoning visor, if you will. Oh, and Fox M getting taken out by Colored there. Oh, well, now he's got 2 ults he can eat. There's Dragons, and, oh no, he's only back to 1. Because Iron Brew switched to ball. I forgot about that.
Right, he can try to eat the mine. Well, he can eat the mines with his face.
Yeah, so he can kind of eat the mines the same way you can eat a basketball when it hits you, you know? I mean, he's blocking it, but not really in the fun way.
Definitely
a last resort sort of situation.
They're gonna open this up with the EMP.
Absolutely, they've got 5.
Before.
Yep, they've got 5, almost 6 ults online to RSP's 4.
Oh, here he comes.
And the shatter to follow it up. Heroic goes down though to Colored. Although the EMT was pretty huge.
They're just
the
using
ball,
everything.
The mines, the coalescences on both sides, the Dragon Strike, the Amp Matrix, the Diva Bomb. And with all of that, a team kill as RSP gets wiped out. And Spicy Boys will take point number 2. Here we go. We're into the studio phase now. The indoor slugfest that is this third and final stretch here. Arrow takes out Omnilus early. That's going to be a very important pick for RSP to capitalize on. The ball rolling through their back line, and they are just going to continue to fight here, just trying to ignore him as best they can. And Samdoam tries to charge, but gets hacked mid-charge. So he's not going to have much use out of that little shift press there. And Bad Swamp Daddy's turret getting taken out by Reckless. And meanwhile, Fire Chicken just trying to help keep his front line moving here. You see, it's just a huge slugfest right now. Another minefield already from Iron Brew. There's a big shatter from Samdoam to respond as Spicy Boys were trying to charge in. Samdoam charges through. A shatter comes out from Omnilus, but he goes down. Samdoam taken out by a mine. Bad Swamp Daddy gets 2. Bad Swamp Daddy's turret goes down. Sandwich 14 is out. Triage getting picked off. It's just Bad Swamp Daddy on the cart, and he gets taken out as well. With Spicy Boys proceeding to clean up here as the limousine approaches its final spot. Oh man, that stagger was long and definitely deliberate. Another Amp Matrix coming out from Arrow, but he goes down immediately. Everyone getting picked off right as they walk out of spawn. No chance for any grouping up. Colored comes in, but he just doesn't make it in time, and that's the end of round 1. Now, gotta say, that's still respectable. Only 52 seconds left on the clock for Spicy Boys. So, RSP did a good job of holding. And, Eldorado, you did not miss map 3. This is map 3. We are 1-1, 1 map apiece. And it's going to be a real nail-biter, I think. Well, what do you think of that first round there, Biggie?
It was good. I just feel like... I think the names are swapped. I feel like Spicy Boys, that's their name. They're running... I feel like where they thrive is in the chaos of everything. So, Iron Brew on the ball. the random hacks coming out from Heroic is just really throwing a wrench into Possum's gears. Like I said, it was still a good hold, but they just need to pull it together. If once they can do that, everything is just going to start falling more into place.
Absolutely. And now on the defensive here, looks like the Spicy Boys are going to run the same comp that they were running from the start here originally with the Zarya Rein. And we see Sam Duam and Colored now going to run the Rein Zarya themselves. We've got a Reaper May, and then the Moira the Moira Bap again. I'd actually kind of prefer to see Arrow on the Ana here for the antis, if nothing else, and if the ability to sleep people like Sombra if you catch her, or Moira if she's ulting, or the Lucio. So we'll see how this running the same heal lineup will go for them.
I'm really liking this Reaper pick a lot more than the Soldier pick coming from Sandwich.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be very important considering they're basically running into a brawl. Best way to beat brawl is to just brawl harder. Oh no, Color getting taken out early there by Omnilus with that big fire strike. The Maywall comes out, and Omnilus is on the other side of it and just decides, screw it, I'm going for it. And he's going to get some value out of it. Foxam and Omnilus cleaning up here. Down goes Triage. Down goes Arrow. And that's a push all the way back to RSP spawn.
Been about 45 seconds and Omnilus has already built the Shatter.
That's pretty impressive. The man's good at the hammer, man. He can really swing it. Use his large rectangle, if you will.
He's setting up for that flank.
Yep, there he is, hiding inside.
Oh, here he goes.
The back shatter gets 3. The bubble did come out from Color just in time to save Sam Duam, and Omnilus does actually go down for it. So the meme was not worth it that time. Arrow getting 2 there, early picks with some help from
always worth it, Jonah.
I mean, it's worth it, but it's not. And don't forget, folks in chat, to vote to start coming up with your MVPs for tonight's match. Although we don't expect it to end anytime soon, we do want to keep that in mind for the straw poll later. And also a friendly reminder: September, excuse me, it's here. Sam Duam and Colored, showing you how it's done. The Maywall cutting off Omnilus, and RSP is going to do it. They're going to take the point. So it took a little while for them to get their wheels turning, get some road under their tires, but they got it moving. And I'm proud of them. They're pushing hard now, forcing Spicy Boys to fall back here. Meanwhile, Heroic is still sneaking around. He's got that EMP. Ironbrood's going to have a grab pretty soon. So it's really only a matter of time here. Oh, and down goes Bad Swamp Daddy early.
Arrow tried to save him. Sure what he was doing up that far.
Yeah, he was getting a little greedy with what. And here's the EMP. That's going to get several. And Sandwich 14 goes down early in that. Omnilus and Sam Duam swinging away. Foxam's going to finish off Sam Duam. Sandwich 14 also getting taken out in that fight. And RSP, the remainder of them are going to back up, just get close to spawn, not take any more picks. That's really the right call here. Because Spicy Boys have 3 ults. RSP is going to have 5 online here in a hot second. Or at least 4. Triage will have that coalescence pretty soon, though. An Ampfield comes out early. And, oh, down goes Heroic. That's a big pick. Then Ironbrew gets taken out. The Grav does come out. Reckless gets caught in it. The Dragon Strike goes across the cart, but does not get anyone. Sandwich 14 and Bad Swamp Daddy helping to clean up here as the Hanzo and the Moira are the only ones left. And down goes Fox M. That's a big stagger. And down
Arrow
goes
doing some damage on this Baptiste.
I guess he's decided that, you know, he's just going to help his DPS out and just do a little of that BAP left click. Even with the nerfs, the man still does quite a lot of damage. That is not where he meant to put that Maywall.
Yeah,
Poor Swamp. That definitely was that was a wall to fake him out, thinking he was going to put the wall down.
Got a Torb
and
now.
There's Ironbrew's grab. The Maywall, very strong actually, blocks off part of his team from getting hit while they were stuck in the grab, but it's not going to be enough. Arrow, Triage, Sam Duam going down. Sandwich will get taken out as well. And that's a team wipe. I'd say Bad Swamp Daddy really tried there with that Maywall, trying to at least, you know, kill as few people as possible in that grab, but they just broke right through it. And now RSP coming back in here with... Arrow almost has another Amp Matrix, by the way. He had one in like the last fight, and now he has one again already. Sandwich 14's got his Death Blossom too, so to see how they use these, as they are definitely at a minimum of ults here, although Fox M just threw that Dragon Strike away, thinking he was going to get bad Swamp Daddy, and all he did was make him waste his cooldown. And here comes the Amp Matrix. The Shatter comes out there from Omnilus, stopping them in their tracks. And here come both support ults. Probably not necessary, but they did it anyway.
I feel like Omnilus is definitely winning these Rhine mind games for these Shatters, man.
He's definitely gotten the upper hand on Samdwam a couple of times. And it's definitely it's a good Reinhardt battle, but right now Omnilus is definitely winning it. I almost want to see them maybe try switching to the Zarya Monkey here, just to try and dive like this Hanzo, or deal with the fact that they've got a little squishy Lucio just sitting in their backline. But we'll see. He's determined to stick with the Rhine for now. And he's swinging away here. The fight has once again begun here in Streets phase. The Coalescence comes out. Sandwich 14 comes out with the Death Blossom. Samdwam gets a pick there on Omnilus. So that's 2 going down already for Spicy Boiz. Sandwich 14 gets taken out by Fox M. Bad Swamp Daddy goes down too. And Fox M and Iron Brew are not done yet. They are not going to go down without a fight. The Molten Core comes out from Heroic. Samdwam is forced off of point. The Immortality Field comes out from Arrow, but it is not enough. It's Colored and Samdwam and Arrow all going down here. Triage tries to survive.
That fight would have went a lot better if they just would have chased down those kills. Like Triage, it was Triage. Triage was chasing Iron Brew there when they were winning that push, and then Fox was still up top getting some picks, and that forced Sam to leave the front line. And then by the time he came back, the team was already back.
Yeah, they definitely should have just chased Fox M and Iron Brew together into that corner. Use those few extra seconds. I mean, they had plenty of time.
Another flank shatter.
Oh my God, Omnilus is just on a tear tonight. And here comes the Dragon Grab to lay some extra stank on him, combined with the Coalescence from Viceroy Griff. That's a team kill, and that's map number 3, folks, in the books. Spicy Boiz taking a 2-1 lead. And Jack Strill, thanks for popping in on stream here. There is another match happening tonight, for those of you who don't know. If you also pull up the PMA LCS channel, we are borrowing their Twitch from them, very thankfully, to run a makeup match between Dilf Hunters and Wear a Mask. Dilf Hunters currently 2-0 in that one at the moment. And Omnilus with tonight's play of the game with a big old flank shatter that we saw earlier. And look at that Arrow, 16,000 healing. The man is no slouch on the Baptiste. So now that brings us to map number 4, which I believe will be, is that Control?
It is Assault.
It is
2
Assault.
CP.
2 CP, that's what I meant.
Let's go to Paris.
God, I hope not.
Let's go to Paris. For the meme.
A meme is never a bad thing. And in chat, for those of you who can't see match chat right now, Biggie Twig asked for Paris, and Colored says no, we're playing Anubis.
That was a fast response. That was a very fast response from Colored.
If I'm not mistaken, that's a map that he does like quite a bit, and I know he's picked it pretty much every time when our team Alexander Hamilton scrimmed against them. They picked Anubis, so it really doesn't surprise me that they would pick it again. It definitely seems to be a map they like quite a lot. All right, and for tonight's fourth map, excuse me, not necessarily final, 2-1 lead is not victory.
Damn, Jonah, tell me how you really feel.
So we've got Bad Swamp Daddy going to tank. The DPS lineup is going to be Colored and Magnar. And then Arrow and that Dan guy will be in on support.
What DPS does Colored like to play?
Symmetra. Symmetra, and he also, for those of you who remember the Magic Bang Bus, he played a lot of Mei. And I know this because I put him in Mei jail. Oh, and Symphonia John, redeeming caster, says one nice thing about Shaka Khan in chat. So here goes. AJ is an excellent host for out-of-town guests. And I know this because I stayed at his hotel when I went to visit him in Charlotte. So if you ever need a spot to lay your head, hit up our boy Shaka Khan. He'll hook you up. He's good people like that. So now with the lineups set here, and it looks like Iron Brew and Heroic are going to swap roles for this next map.
Well, that's pretty nice.
We're going to see Iron Brew going to DPS, Heroic to tank. And it looks like we should be about ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get the R's from the captains.
Sounds good, dude. Hey, Sid, how cams going? Doing okay over there? Nice.
Gotta love it. And Fox Cumulus mentioning, yeah, Charles does like to flex over to Sim if he's really feeling adventurous. I've also seen Colored play Junkrat, so we could see some Junkrat.
So we're gonna see some memes.
I don't know, man. I mean, I definitely expect Magnar to play the Ashe on defense here.
Oh yeah, dude.
I know that much, 100%, no question. That Dan guy's gonna run the Lucio, and then Bad Swamp Daddy and Sam DeWham are gonna do a thing on tanks. Knowing Omnilus and Heroic, it's probably gonna be Ryan Zar again, because that's most of what Heroic plays is Zarya, if I'm not mistaken.
I know Omnilus has been practicing a lot of Hog.
We did. I got this on lock, allegedly. So here we are. Abubis, as that Dan guy likes to say. And don't forget, as a friendly reminder, folks, All-Star vote, or rather, MVP voting will be coming up shortly. Get your picks ready, and let us know who you'd like to interview after the match, or just meme out with in the casters booth. Let me know who you want to hear from. What your thoughts are. What's your sign? You know? What numbers to dial? You gonna be here for a while? Rip Biggie Smalls.
Hey, look, Sim.
Hey, look, we were right. Magnar on the McCree, and then Foxheim on the Widow. That's a very hot and cold choice for him. I'm gonna say it. I've seen him pop off on the Widow, and I've also seen him get destroyed on the Widow. And Symphonia John, that is the best pun I have ever seen.
Can somebody time out John in chat, please?
Why would you do that? That was a good joke. That was hilarious. Boo, bis. Boo! Can
somebody
Meanwhile,
time out Jonah in the caster's booth, please?
Luckily for me, no one who's paying attention has that power. And here we go. The Sim strat coming out from Rock'em Sock'em Possums. They are going all the way behind, but Iron Brew on the Junkrat is not going to let them get away with that so easily. He turns right around and spams the heck out of them. And so they are going to have to...
Oh no! Okay, I'm going. Okay.
The direction that they were going, and Fox M, that Dan guy early with a headshot. Whoever moved me, you're a shitter and I hate you. And meanwhile, Bad Somebody gets a pick on Omnilus. Fox M and Heroic cleaning up though, and Rock is getting team killed. That is a big sad. Sid, did you move me? Really? You moved me.
It wasn't me this time.
I think it was
This time.
Nick in chat, you know.
Cumulus doesn't have mod powers.
Or does he?
Oh, that's right. He's a captain. I forgot. I forgot that they give the captains mod powers. I should have known better. Anyway, here we are. The push comes through. This Widow duel is a lot of shooting. Foxem takes out Sam DeWham though. Oh, but Magnar gets him with the headshot. So the Widow duel is... Oh, Iron Brew taking out Arrow there after the Immortality field goes down. Heroic finishes off Colored, who's on the Ashe now. And Dan Guy goes down. RSP have just got to group on up and get on out. Oh, and Magnar gets Iron Brew. Oh no, but Reckless with the 5-ball on Magnar. You hate to see it.
You really do. We now have Arrow making the swap over to the Brigitte, and that Dan guy going to Moira.
Alright, so that Dan guy deciding he's just going to heal bot his way to victory. Also, Sid, apparently the team names on the stream are backwards. Just FYI.
I don't know, this is just me, but I feel the Brig choice is a little odd.
Yeah, I don't really get it. Although Viceroy Griff just killed 3 with
Yeah.
the Skill Orb and Coalescence. Holy crap.
That's just
He's-
kind of Moira, dude. Like,
Let's just Moira being Moira.
yeah. Okay, now we have Arrow going over to the Baptiste.
Yep, now he's gonna give him those. Wasn't he on Baptiste before?
Last map, I think.
No, he was on Baptiste on an earlier push. I remember seeing the Immort come out.
Why'd he go Brig?
I don't know. But he charges also
Ooh.
quickly. Ooh, Foxam winning the Widow duel. That is a big pick there. But Sam DeWeb takes out Omnilus. That's an even bigger pick. Transcendence comes out from Reckless. The Grav comes out from Iron Brew. Not from Iron Brew, from Heroic, excuse me. It's been Iron Brew all night. That Dan guy gets the Coalescence out. He takes out Heroic. Bad Swamp Daddy will finish off Viceroy Griff. The Tire comes in from Iron Brew and takes out Bad Swamp Daddy, but that's it. It's just Iron Brew on point, contending with that Dan guy and Sam DeWam. They're going to get 1 tick. Iron Brew goes down to the Fire Strike, and it looks like RSP are going to be able to pull this one out with under a minute to go.
Nice.
Big nice. And let's swap over to Magnar here. I want to see his perspective while he's in this Widow duel. Oh, he's not really in the Widow duel right now. He's just staring at his team. Oh, here we go. He's back. Are we going to see the spicy picks? We see the Widow hacks come out. And so Foxam decides to pop his. And it's going to be a question of who's better at using the Widow ultimate. Nope, Foxam is going to just not take that duel. And then Magnar's going to reposition here. And, oh, huge. By the way, there's another game happening here where Omnilus just got shattered. Colored takes him out with the shots from Reaper there. Bad Swamp Daddy taking out Viceroy Griff. So while all that was going on, RSP has made their way straight to point. Arrow goes down to the trap from Iron Brew, but 2 still alive. 3, where's 3? That Dan guy takes out Iron Brew, and there's still 3 on point for Rock'em Sock'em Possums. Colored gets taken out by Reckless, and Omnilus is going to charge Bad Swamp Daddy off the point and take him out. Almost had some capture progress there for RSP, but they just didn't quite hang on the way they needed to.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
You do hate to see it, although that was a very solid push. We've got a couple ults, 3 ults coming online now for Rock'em Sock'em Possums, but
Monkey!
we
got a
already have
monkey.
3 ults. We've got a monkey from Sam DeWam. It's happening, folks. The Sam DeWam monkey, you love to see it. And the only thing that we really have to worry about here is ult economy, because RSP only has 1 ult online currently, 2 now. And Spicy already has 3. So Omnilus or Heroic could build their ults here in this fight. In comes the Tire from Iron Brew to start things off. The beat comes out though. Colored is the only one who gets taken out from that. Arrow uses his beat to keep his team in this fight. The Coalescence coming out from Viceroy Griff, and Omnilus and Iron Brew are going to use that to just run havoc on Rock'em Sock'em Possums. Bad Swamp Daddy will take himself out of the fight. And they've got 1, maybe 2 more pushes here, RSP does. And they've really got to make the most of it here. They've only got 2 ults online.
Got to give a shout out to Reckless for holding on to that trance. He's probably just waiting for the grav.
He absolutely is. And he knows Bad Swamp Daddy has it by now, because Heroic almost has his. And Omnilus almost has his Shatter. So 3 ults going to be coming online here for Spicy Boiz, whereas we've only got 2 for Rock'em Sock'em Possums. Sam DeWam getting a lot of damage early. He does manage to get out and get bubbled. Colored still hanging on here. Foxam takes out that Dan guy early. He's now on the Genji. And here comes the Dragon Blade. Iron Brew takes out Arrow. Foxam takes out Colored with the Dragon Blade. Iron Brew takes out Magnar. Omnilus takes out Bad Swamp Daddy. Heroic getting the punch kill there on Sam DeWam. And that fight is over rather soundly. And Spicy Boiz still have 3 ults. Somehow. They always have 3. I don't know how they do it.
I'm telling you, dude, the rotation of their ultimates is just really, really good.
Absolutely. And now RSP coming up on 3, almost 4 ults here. So they might possibly be able to press more Qs if they do it correctly. Because Magnar's on the mash now and he almost has Bob. There's a lot that can happen here. The Coalescence comes in, but RSP not really moving forward. Omnilus shatters Colored, who was just looking at him sideways. The Tire comes in. It's going to get 2. Bad Swamp Daddy and Arrow going down. Omnilus finishing off Sam DeWam, who he charged off point. And that is it. Magnar going down to the Genji. The Grav coming out long distance. And that's it. Round 1 complete. No capture progress on point 2 for Rock'em Sock'em Possums.
Not sure if you saw what happened there right before that last fight. So they initiated with the coalescence, right? Trying to push into the point.
Except nobody really pushed.
Well, Bad Swamp Daddy immediately steps on a Junkrat trap in the choke. So his team's pushing forward without him. That's why we didn't see the graph come out. And then Colored gets solo slammed by Omnilus. So neither of them get to use their ults for that fight.
Yeah, that was pretty huge. Spicy Boys being able to shut that down, and it's definitely gonna be tough for Rock'em Sock'em Possums because they have to full hold here to win this one.
Yeah. You know, I was excited to see the monkey coming out of Sam, but I just didn't really think it got too much value out of it.
Unfortunately, no. He kind of picked it too late. It probably would have actually gotten more value on first point, just because he would have had the ability to jump onto the high ground where the Widow was, and kind of harass Fox M, give Maknar more of an advantage to just rain down some damage and get some picks, especially on the Junkrat.
I feel like maybe he was hoping to catch Reckless off point, like just kind of a little bit out of place, you know, because he was playing the Zen, but...
This time he is playing Lucio. We got Viceroy still on the Moira. And we're going to see Samdwam and Bad Swamp Daddy going back to the Ryan Zarya. Magnar's back on the Widow, Colored on the Junkrat this time. That Dan guy going to the Mercy, so the damage boost could be pretty useful here. And we see the Widow duel once again coming out between Fox M, and he's going to get hit pretty hard by some of that Zarya spam, so he's going to have to back out. And right now, Rock'em Sock'em Possums just holding steady here on the choke point here. And down goes Fox M. Maknar with a huge headshot. Big important pick there. And now Spicy Boys, we see Reckless just hanging out inside that little health pack room as Spicy Boys rotate to go try and push on the left on the defender's right side. And they are going to have to just get out now. Oh, Omnilus takes out Maknar though. He swapped to the Roadhog.
He made a long trek around just to get that hook.
And Bad Swamp Daddy takes out Ironbrew now, who's on the legs. But Spicy Boys are on point. Sam Dwam hanging out where that Immortality Field is to try and stay a little safe here. Romulus goes down. That Dan guy comes in and keeps trying to keep his tank alive. Sam Dwam does go down to Fox M though. Heroic getting taken out by Bad Swamp Daddy. And the res comes on to Sam Dwam from that Dan guy. This is going to be a very important one there. But Fox M now once again in heavy combat here with Maknar as the Widow duel continues. Oh no. Billy getting outshot there. And Colored, meanwhile, will take out Reckless, so that's going to be a very important stagger, not having the Lucio there for Spicy Boys.
We have Legs making a long trek around to get that high ground that's behind them.
Yeah, and he's got his ult pretty soon, so you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to use that high ground. Although that
he's
Dan guy...
at the Dan guy, but he doesn't even know.
Yeah, he didn't even know he was there. Colored gets an early pick there on Heroic, though. That's going to be pretty huge. Slows them right down. Oh, and down goes Reckless to the errant grenade. Ironbrew still in the back line of Rock'em Sock'em Possums. But they're going to mostly leave him alone. And here we go. It's inside the upper health pack area here. Omnilus got Sam Dwam and Arrow caught in a corner. And Omnilus takes out Arrow and his Immortality Field. Ironbrew comes in with the attack visor. It's going to take out that Dan guy. It's going to take out Bad Swamp Daddy. It's just Sam Dwam on point by himself, hanging on as long as he can, but it won't be enough. The Coalescence comes out. Down goes Colored. And that's going to be the end of that push, and it looks like Spicy Boys are going to take it here.
Don't know if they needed that Coalescence there, but...
It's sending a message, I suppose.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that is a thing you do sometimes in this game.
I feel like Maknar is losing this Whittle duel a lot more than he's like that. I feel like he needs to swap to something else. Maybe an Ashe, just so he can keep the long range, but still find value in other places. Absolutely.
I think he could definitely get a lot more value out of that. And right now, Ironbrew is sneaking up on him. Very crafty here in his spawn, and down he goes. That is a big pick. Arrow is caught unawares. He's got basically surrounded here. He's back on point, though, trying to hang on. And he's going to have to hide and try and get that health back. But now Fox M and Ironbrew both chasing him. Down goes Arrow. Bad Swamp Daddy and that Dan guy cleaning up, though, while the Spicy Boys DPS kind of went on their own little adventure there. And Fox M is going to get chased down by Bad Swamp Daddy.
If Spicy Boys full hold this, is it a draw or is it a win?
It would be a draw, I believe.
We would go
actually,
again.
no,
I
no, no.
think.
No, it would be a draw. It would be a draw. It doesn't go again unless they both got the same amount. So we're going to see what happens
Brew
here.
and the Doomfist now. Oh, no.
That's a big one. And here comes the grab. It's got the entirety of Rock'em Sock'em Possums. The Shatter comes out. Omnilus' Shatter gets blocked. Iron Brew did manage to take out Magnar in that fight. Foxam takes out Sam DeWam. The Tire comes out from Colored. It's not going to get anyone as it gets swatted down by Omnilus. Viceroy Griff with a Coalescence. He gets 2. Reckless takes out Arrow. Iron Brew finishes off Bad Swamp Daddy. And here comes Rock'em Sock'em Possums. Bad Swamp Daddy company trying to hold on, and that is it. The Spicy Boys win, and that is the match, 3-1 in favor of the Spicy Boys. There you have it, folks. And tonight's last play of the game from the esteemed Bad Swamp Daddy. Oh, what a grab that was over on this little archway here.
It's not Doom Brew.
It is not Doom Brew. Big lulz. All right, so Biggie, who do we want to bring in for interviews tonight?
Let's see. I would like to get the tanks in. Well, these are resident Reinhardts.
Nice and easy.
Because I feel like they were all for, playing their own game in this Ryan dueling war. That's just me, though.
I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
Do we each get a nomination for MVP also?
Yes, we do.
how does that
So, yeah, we can all pick one, or we can also ask the chat. Start picking your nominees now. Going to build the straw poll here in a second.
I would like to throw my nominee to a support because I know they don't get a lot of love. I want to nominate Viceroy on Spicy Boys. Put a lot of work there on the Moira at the end. Just doing more shenanigans, keeping his boys up.
I think that's a well-deserved nomination, and we can definitely add him to the list. And in chat, we've got Sam DeWam. Hello, sir.
Hello again.
A well-fought match, if I do say so myself.
Oh yes, likewise. I say so myself as well.
All right, and let's see. Twitch chat, have we got any nominations? Jabo, Pat Swamp Daddy trying to deadlift on that last map. He was he was working pretty hard. Hello, Omnilus. Greetings
Hello.
to our Reinhardt specialists. A very exciting match all the way through. You love to see it. And see here. As far as nominations for MVP tonight, I mean, I got to give one to Omnilus. Not just because he's right here, but because you had some crazy flank shatters tonight, man. And both of you guys did.
Got from the top ropes, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out where you were on our last push of Hollywood. I was literally checking every corner. I'm like, I know he's somewhere. And you weren't anywhere. So, I mean, if you weren't on the low ground, I mean, I guess I don't know where you could have been.
All you hear is the Tarzan swinging sound effect.
It's very faint, and then it ramps up.
So I'd like to kind of hear it from each of your perspectives, starting with you, Sam. How much would you say the Reinhardt mind games kind of played a factor in tonight's match?
Oh,
Do you feel like they did? Did you not?
I mean, I'm playing against Dustin, so it's gonna be like pretty much the whole game for me, really. Like that's the one thing I really have to focus on, and especially when he's being very sneaky. A lot of your team was actually getting like very good flanks, so like, oh my gosh, I had to keep my head on a swivel all the time, and even then it wasn't enough. So that's crazy, those flank shatters. But I mean, one-on-one, you just gotta trust your instincts. At that point, you don't think about it. It's what you've practiced, really. So, yeah, very hard to keep up with. But I mean, I like the challenge. I was excited to do this because I don't think I've played against Dustin before. So
I thought we played against each other. I think it's been a while though.
Yeah, it's probably been a while, but I don't know. Man, yeah, I was excited. This felt very fresh for me still.
Absolutely. So, and looking at the standings really quick before we get further into the interviews here, in first place, Alexander Hamilton, Spicy Boys moving to second, Shoosh Dudes in third, Knights of the Republic in fourth, Dilf Hunters 696 in fifth, TBD in sixth, Rock'em Sock'em Possums in seventh, and Wear a Mask in the eighth place. So those, I don't know, Sid. Does that include tonight's wins and losses as well, or is that not?
It certainly does for both
Okay,
matches. That's
so
the season to date.
that is the season. So here are your playoff seedings. The bracket will be released soon, so pay attention to the PMAOWL Discord for more updates on that. And also, don't forget, All Stars is coming up, so be sure to cast your votes, and don't vote for yourself because that's lame. And you should pick somebody who you believe genuinely deserves to be the all-star of their team. It's fun. And we're also going to have, after that, there's also very important things like captain feedback. We're going to have some, if I'm not mistaken, we'll probably usually have a little break before playoffs start, so keep an eye out for pugs. Always a good thing. Now, back to the interviews for Mr. Omnilus and Sam Dwam here. Chat, if y'all have any questions for us, definitely throw them at us. Nick, have you got anything you want to throw at these two fine gentlemen while we're here?
Oh yeah. Okay. So as y'all's Reinhardt players, I know y'all are very dependent on your supports. I noticed that Spicy Boys, y'all tend to run, the one main heal and the Lucio, while Possums, y'all preferred to go for the double main heals. Was there any rhyme or reason by that? Do you think it kind of puts you in a better position? Just want to hear what you dudes think.
I guess I'll
take
start.
this, Dustin. Yeah.
The Lucio and Ryan. If you pick Ryan, you almost have to run the Lucio just to have the speed and maneuverability. Especially right now with how bad his shield is, there's not really a choice to not run Lucio. Mm-hmm. You used to be able to run Brig, kind of, but with Brig gone, Lucio has to be with Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Well said. Playing without a Lucio on that attack, very difficult to make that push through there because my shield just gets deleted by the time I get to the point and I have nothing to work with. So, yeah, Lucio, a good pick. I guess maybe even on defense, just so he can be aggressive and run up on any out of position players.
All right. And don't forget, folks in chat, just real quick, the straw poll is up. Vote for your MVP of the match. Shaka Khan spamming it in chat for us. You gotta love it. Our esteemed admin advisor.
Oh boy, that's a lot.
Damn, AJ. You really went all out there, bud.
As for myself, our double main healer, what do we have a lot? I know we had Baptiste a lot, and I'm guessing Ana.
There's a lot of Ana Baptiste, a lot of Moira Baptiste as well.
Right, yeah.
I definitely saw quite a bit of that.
Yeah, I don't really know the reasoning or our strategy behind our healers because sometimes I just don't pay attention. I whack things with my hammer. But shout out to Arrow with all those nice lamps for me. It saved me so many times, and I felt so taken care of. So that was really nice. But as for double main heals, I guess that's gonna help us try to win that frontline war. But with all those off angle, either junk or dooms coming in from all these crazy places, or the hog, that healing is definitely felt. It's just those angles. Sometimes it just doesn't even matter how much you fight in the battle. You get picked off too easily, so there's nothing to heal.
All right, and that Dan guy providing some interesting insight from his team's side, saying that Lucio felt bad because we were having a clown fiesta on positioning.
Yeah.
I just like that. I just like that turn of phrase, a clown fiesta.
Yeah. There's some times where there's always going to be someone who wants to go off on the flank, and I don't know. I feel like us as a team, it's not for us.
And that's important to know, for sure. I mean, it's it's one thing to say, oh, this really works well, but at the end of the day, even if a certain lineup works well for one team, doesn't mean it's going to work well for another team. Just because it's a matter of what those people are comfortable playing. I mean, if you're not somebody who's necessarily a good Lucio player, putting you on Lucio isn't going to suddenly make your team better. Just ask Dustin when I was on No Mercy. I still very much had my training wheels on back then on that hero.
Hey,
And
you did just fine.
And just as a friendly update, by the way, Steg Monster jumping in here, Dilf Hunters have defeated Wear a Mask 3-0. So with that, the season is concluded tonight. And we're always sad to see it go, but we know that Season 12 is right around the corner. And it's been great watching all the games this season. And enjoyed casting them when I've been able to, playing in them when I can as well. And don't forget, folks, there will be more updates very soon on playoffs. With that, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up, let everybody make their ways on this evening. But I want to also take a moment here very quick to thank Sam Dwam and Omnilus again for joining us here in the caster's booth. I want to thank
MVP.
my... And, oh yes, we almost forgot the MVP. Let's see here. Let's refresh and see who wins. And by a landslide, Viceroy Griff winning with 6 votes, Omnilus with 4, and Iron Brew coming in third with 3.
I don't know if that's a landslide, Jonah.
Well, he got
Yeah,
more than twice the votes Dylan got, and
Listen,
30%
Dustin,
more than
if you want to be mad, you can be mad.
So there you have it, folks. Tonight's MVP, Viceroy Griff. Some of those coalescences were disgusting.
Love me a
gotta
good
love
support player, dude.
Heroic even flaming you here in chat, Dustin. You'd love to see it.
I kind of did. Like there were some times that I just went full monkey brain and it didn't work.
The smooth brain hours, as they say.
I haven't played Rhine in a month. Forgive me.
The meta has not really allowed it, and it'd be like that sometimes.
It does. It really do.
Well, with that, folks, once again, thank you, Sam and Dustin, Omnilus, and Sam DeWam for joining us this evening. Thank you, Mr. Gray Pilgrim, for running these beautiful cams and production for us. And then last but certainly not least, the sexual being known as Biggie Twig. Thank you for color commentating with me this evening.
Oh.
This is Banging My Drums saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the playoffs.